Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to another video on ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're back on Aberration, and we're taking a look at my tech containment facility. Built to birth and hold your reapers down in the blue zone right on the edge where the red zone begins, so you can quite easily make your way back here once you have been impregnated. It's based on the Indominus Rex pen from the Jurassic World movie. Of course, I've already previously built the raptor paddock from that movie, but I decided to go a little bit bigger and build the Indominus Rex one, which is quite cool. I think it turned out pretty nice. Do let me know if you would like to see a full tutorial on this build. To be honest, there's kind of two parts to this build. You have the Dino pen that is just nice for bigger tames because it uses a behemoth gate to get in and out. So most big tames should definitely be able to get in. And then you basically have the laboratory or base part of it, which you could definitely just build separately as a really cool base design as well. So with that being said, let me know if you would like to see a full tutorial. And now, let's check out the build in a little bit more detail. And we're right down here in the blue zone. And as you can see, I'm looking out on the little base part of the build. This is, of course, the outside. It looks very different on the inside. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Now, before you start asking, you can in fact build this without using mods. I have used some mods to make it look a little bit better, but instead of the glass that I've used here, you can either use some custom cosmetics, the Frontier skin from the Bob Tortails DLC, or just normal greenhouse glass. Whatever floats your boat. Of course, it does look a little bit better if you actually have transparent glass like this. Then you might see that the walls have a really nice texture. Those are all a custom cosmetic from the Modern Structures custom cosmetic pack, which you can download and even use on official servers as well. And then there's also some barbed wire on top of the wall, which is another custom cosmetic that you can easily get and I think also use on official servers, which of course always a nice addition for your dino pen. All right, let's go and check this build out a little bit more. So yeah, we have like the base part here on the outside, which both looks out here on the outside. And in this case, that means we can enjoy the view of the red zone here on Aberration. But it also looks in, as you can see through it a little bit. It looks into the dino pen, so you can observe your tames in there as well. And I really like how we introduced a lot of shape into this one. You have like these curved designs here on the end, and then the very sharp lines here with the extra details and supports underneath the thing. And then just the big box, of course, of the main glass bit. It all really comes together quite nicely and brings in some nice interesting shapes for the whole build. And then we have, of course, the normal dino pen, which isn't too much special. It's just like a reinforced big wall design. It's basically a bigger version of the raptor paddock that I previously already designed, and there is already a build tutorial for that. So let's make our way over here to this side where we can clearly see one of the entrances. So yeah, we have behemoth gates as the entrances. In this case, I've used tech because it's kind of like a strong end game type of base, but of course you can easily build this out of metal or stone or a combination of materials if you want to make it a little bit cheaper and a little bit more accessible, because of course making this all out of tech would be quite expensive. So yeah, this would be where you would enter the base, and then we have a pretty decently sized dino pen on the inside where you can definitely house a couple of your bigger tames. Of course, here on Aberration, that will most likely be like reapers, the crabs, maybe some spinos, rock drakes. They should easily fit inside here as well. But of course, for other maps where you can definitely also use this design, this could be Rexes, Gigas, Karchas, Brontos, you know, whatever floats your boat, as long as it fits through the behemoth gate, of course. Or you cryo it in and out, but that's not really that convenient now, is it? And here on the inside in the dino pen, we can also see the observatory side of the base that we've built. Now, I have used ASR glass, Architect Structures Remastered. There is also custom cosmetics that you can even use unofficial that look quite similar. And you can see I've turned down the transparency here on this side to get that proper feel of you're being watched, but you can't see who is watching you. So yeah, the dinos in here will have no idea that you're keeping an eye out on them. So yeah, that's quite cool. And I really like these sharp designs, these sharp shapes coming out of the wall. They really add a lot to it. This is definitely my favorite part of the dino pen. The way the base integrates with the big wall really breaks it up. I've tried to break up the other walls as well by adding these supports and not changing them to the same material, so they kind of stand out a little bit more, because otherwise it kind of all blends in together. And then of course we got another gate here on this side, so that you have basically 2 entrances and exits to get in and out of your dino pen from. Personally, I would probably always do that, but you could of course also choose to only have 1 entrance on one side. So yeah, that is this base. Let's go into it. There's actually a little entrance here on the side, because I mean, you definitely want to be able to enter your base from the dino pen as well, or leave your base to go to your dino pen, so you can go ahead and grab the dino that you need for whatever adventure you're on. So yeah, we have a very small little room here with a little elevator that we can use to go up to the next level, which will bring us in to the base. Now the downside is that we're building in the blue zone on Aberration, which means that any kind of lighting source kind of really glows a lot. So if I turn on this tech replicator, we're blind. So it's not great, so kind of have to work around that. But yeah, as you can see, there is a fair bit of space in here, with plenty of space for the industrial forge, for the tech replicator, for all these other crafting stations. This is actually the new premium quantum skin, I believe it's called, custom cosmetic for the smithy table. And again, the light sources are quite bright out here. There's actually skin for all these crafting stations, which I really love. I wish Bob Talltails did the same, but yeah, since this blue zone is kind of bright, so I've not kept the skins on everything. This is the chem bench, by the way, that looks like this. Very futuristic, very much looks like we're doing some kind of scientific research on whatever dinos we want to keep in this pen. But yeah, I really like this quantum structure set, but yeah, in the blue zone it kind of goes to bright. ARK, I don't know what is going on with lights in ARK. It's really bright in here, but they are quite cool. So if I do a tutorial, I'll definitely do it on another map, so you can, one, see the build a little bit better in proper light, but we can also see some of this decoration in its proper light as well. So yeah, we got some storage worked away in these supports as well, and of course just a very nice view of the red zone, which I personally really like for a base as well. Like a little later in the game would be quite nice to have this as kind of an outpost. Yeah, just to be closer to the danger zones where you can get some cool later game stuff. We got some of the tech pods here, some more storage, and then another light source, which you can see is very bright. That is the tech generator, which is very bright here in the blue zone, but at least it powers most of this dino pen. And yeah, then this is of course the view of the dino pen. As you can see, you can quite easily keep track of all the dinos that you would have in here, and this is kind of where they watch the Indominus Rex from in the scenes in Jurassic World as well. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. And then on the other side here, of course, we came in via that side, but this side here, we actually have another little room. It's a little bit dark in here. I promise there's some light up here, so we're going somewhere. We can actually go to the roof layer of this build. We got a little hallway here because we can actually also access the roof. As it slowly will become a little bit more visible. So yeah, we can also access the roof, so you can park some rock drakes here, or on other maps that would just be where you park your normal flyers, because we can always utilize this extra bit of space, of course. And yeah, that kind of is the whole vibe of this dino pen. It's quite big. I really love some of these custom cosmetics, like this barbed wire is really nice to kind of end your walls on a dino pen like this. And then these modern structures, I'm not quite sure what this specific one is called, but it is from the Modern Structures Custom Cosmetic. You will definitely see it when you look for it if you type in modern. Yeah, this one is really nice for just some like proper big stone walls. And then of course the tech and the metal blend in quite nicely together with that as well. And I really like the way that this little tech outpost containment facility has turned out. Yeah, again, as I said it before, I really like the way these shapes came together. Yeah, just really like the way they look. And it's not too big, but big enough to get you most of the stuff that you need. And of course, more importantly, plenty of space for your tames to keep them safe, even out here in the dangerous blue area. And if you're wondering, this is where I've built it here on the map. I have actually a base location video on Aberration for some cool places where I think you could build some nice stuff. And this is one of them because it's got one of these cool metal features that are all over the map on Aberration, which is just cool to kind of have as part of your base as well. But yeah, this view here on the inside with the little viewing platform basically for your dinos, I really like that as well. And yeah, I just love bringing these Jurassic World, Jurassic Park builds into ARK because they fit very well together, of course. I am still planning on building Jurassic World or a Jurassic Park in ARK. I'm planning on doing that for Ragnarok, but of course right now we don't know when that is releasing because the next map we're getting for now is going to be Extinction. So yeah, it might take a little bit before we get a proper park going, but at least we have one more build to add to our Jurassic World, Jurassic Park collection. So yeah, hopefully you like this build. If you did, don't forget of course to leave a like on the video, supports me a lot. And of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know down in the comments below if you want to see a proper step-by-step build tutorial for this place as well. Then for now, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.